Hey guys, it's Tilly. I'm trying really hard to distract myself and make myself feel better, and I need to not take my medicine until noon, and it's 11:36 a.m. And I felt like I needed to take my Clonidine since like 5 minutes after I woke up, but I don't want to do that ever. That's not the right order that I'm used to. I keep trying to make videos, and then I just get so tired of like looking at my own face in the camera, or like I just like lapse into these really, really long silences, or I can't get anything to just come the fuck out from my head, out my mouth, like, you know. Usually it's very easy for me to do that. Tilly talks too much has suddenly gone quiet. Yay, maybe that's a good thing, right? I don't know. I know I'm moody. This week is moody week. I'm looking at a calendar, by the way. Let's see here. Just gonna talk because I feel so blocked. So blocked. So, this video might end up being completely pointless. Just let you know. My PTSD is just like shutting me down though, and I hate it when it does this, like in response to maybe being hormonally, you know, that time of the month or whatever it may be. It's like that, then you pour in the PTSD into the mix, and it's just really extra hard, and I feel like PTSD a lot of times is a giant hand covering my mouth, or a hand over my throat, kind of constricting me, not letting me breathe or speak correctly. I've been real out of breath lately, just noticing my own breathing and how I hold my breath for such a long time, just as a habit. I don't know if anybody else notices themselves doing that, but, you know, I'll be doing something and I just suck in like a huge breath of air, and then I'm just holding it, like not even purposely, and then I'm like, you know, gasping for air all the time. It's just like not coming naturally, like, God. Anyway, so since I'm just talking, here's a product that I love. Queen Helene Mint Julep Mask. Mint julep, haha, Shanti. Mint julep. Me and her always call typos in text mint julep, because autocorrect, you know, is ridiculous, and speech to text is ridiculous too, and yeah, there's a story about mint julep showing up in a text that wasn't supposed to say that at all. But anyway, I love that stuff. I put it on usually sometime in the morning, like, I already put it on for today. And I just, like, let it dry, and it's, like, really cooling, but it dries my face out really well, and I just have kind of a, when my face gets, like, feels oily at all, I get just, like, really uncomfortable and just, ugh. It's a really gross, awful feeling. I don't know why I'm so sensitive to feelings like that, but, anyway. I wish I could just walk around all day with that stuff on my face, but I can't. It would look really gross. And, let's see. I had a good night last night, I guess. Well, it was hard, a little bit, just because I'm having a hard time staying in reality, staying in the moment, and I'm feeling mute, really. Partner came last night and we had a fire, and everything was fine, you know, no problem. Getting along good again, well again, I should say. maybe there's, I mean, because so many people, not so many people, but because a few people that I do care about a lot, which that's not very many, have called me a baby before and told me I need to grow up, in their moments of frustration with me. I feel that I should probably look at that and listen to what's behind it. They're right, maybe. Maybe, baby, I need to grow up. I don't know how. I've never felt as helpless and just, yeah, helpless as I do now. I mean, I do feel like a baby. I do feel like a little kid. You know? Or I feel like an elderly person who is, like, totally reliant on other people. And you know how bitter some elderly people get because of that? That was something that early on, when I was still on house arrest, at the very beginning of all this nonsense, I realized that early on, is that I was getting so bitter with my family, and I was just kind of thinking, this is not really fair of me, like, why do I feel this way? And I was still able to write in a journal back then, and I discovered that it's like being an elderly person. It's being completely reliant on other people, and it's not having any freedom to get up and just say, I want to just go take a drive. That's something I used to do years ago. I mean, I haven't had a car for years, but back in the day when I was still okay up here a little, yeah, I would go for a drive, and that would be very helpful to my anxiety and everything. And listening to music of my choice, you know, in my car. Can't do that anymore. Can't do anything even close to that anymore. If I want to go somewhere, I have to wait a long time, try to get a hold of somebody, wait for them to respond, which is usually always a really long time. And by the time I hear back from them, it's either a no, or I don't even fucking feel like doing it anymore. The mood left, you know? And, that's a tough thing because, you know, and also there are some things that, you know, I do need people to save me sometimes, you know, and I hate that, and I can see where there's some legitimacy to that argument that, you know, my food stamp's running out a week early, for instance. Well, just some folks don't like to really think about the extenuating circumstances, and they like to just kind of make generalizing statements about things. But, you know, maybe if I had, well, obviously, if I would have thought about it a little more and spent my food stamps more wisely, and if I would have taken into consideration the fact that they did get cut back dramatically, like a few months ago, and I don't have enough money in there to be buying, you know, stuff for my parents. But the thing is, it's like, I'll do something like that, and then I'll say, you know, hey, I bought my parents some groceries, just trying to give back a little, you know. And at the time, it's like, oh, that's so sweet, that's what you should do. That's totally right of you, that's very mature of you. But when they run out a week early, then, and I need someone to help me with food, and then it's, you need to grow up, you need to learn how to manage your shit better. Whatever. Reasons don't matter though, right? It's all in the principle. I'm always a catastrophe, waiting to just explode. That's how my parents see me. Always walking on eggshells. For some reason they think, I don't know. I don't know what they think exactly. I noticed the other day, yesterday actually it was, I don't know if I said anything. I don't even remember what I've done on here. Yesterday morning, I guess it was, my dad, no, it was the day before. My dad asked me if I wanted to go out with him for lunch and go with him to Costco's, and I thought he was asking me to buy him groceries again, because it was my, day that I got my food stamps back, and I was like, about that, I can't really, and he was like, no, I don't mean to buy them, I just need help lifting it, because they think that they save money, my parents, by buying things, like their groceries all come from Costco's, and before that it was Sam's Club, and that makes sense if you're buying for a large family and you cook dinners a lot and stuff, but it doesn't make sense what they do, and I swear I think they're wasting a lot of money. But anyway, they buy like maybe, I want to say like 10 items a week in bulk, and that's all there is, so it goes quicker, But, I mean, literally, my mom barely eats at all. She packs, I've seen before what she packs in her bag for lunch at work, and that is like an apple and like maybe another fruit in a little tiny baggie, and just like a little baggie of crackers, or like a little baggie of popcorn or something like that. Like, it's so ridiculous. A small little tiny wheel of mini cheese or something, that's what she eats. And I never see her eat dinner. I never see her eat breakfast. I see her drink her coffee. Sometimes I think she eats something in the morning, but I don't know. But then my dad, you get in his car and it's like littered with McDonald's bags, and he took me to the restaurant that he goes to like every fucking day apparently, down the road a bit, and he talks to all the waitresses like they're his best buddies, and like, it's really awkward and weird. He got up and like walked behind the counter and got a newspaper. I was just like, Dad, what the fuck? Anyway, but while we were sitting there eating, I noticed that he was texting my mom, and he was texting her that I was with him, that I had come out to eat with him, and I was going to go to the store with him. And I saw her response was just, wow. What does that even mean? Wow? Why is that so shocking? Nobody ever asks me. Nobody ever tells me when they're doing anything. They're just gone all the time. So yeah, I mean, I know I need to grow up. Just a little hard to right now. Feel a little tied right now. Feel a little bit trapped, It's really the overwhelming feeling that I've been having lately is, holy fuck. I feel so fucking trapped. And I feel so alone, and I feel so much like, even if I did want to do something, there's nothing that I can do right now. Physically, I feel like I'm gonna fucking die. But that's just, I don't know. I'm a hypochondriac, I guess? I don't know. Whatever. I'm so, like, afraid of being called a hypochondriac that I purposely ignore things and don't speak of things that end up turning out to be much huger problems, So, who knows, whatever. I'm just ignoring everything right now that my body's telling me, other than smoke cigarettes, drink more coffee, Don't eat. Be unhealthy. That's what I'm listening to. But that needs to grow up too, doesn't it? Because that's not an adult mindset. Is it a child mindset? It's kind of a self-harming mindset, I guess, but is it immature? That's why? Or is it just that I'm so fucking sick and tired of this same, everything is the same. Same everything all the time. And I can't foresee a way out, and I can't even see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's been over 2 years like this. See, this is just like why I don't even feel like talking right now. I just feel so disgusted with my life and my situation. I feel disgusted with what I'm seeing on YouTube. The people that I care about getting trolled and getting criticized, and people just fucking being selfish. I don't know, whatever. Like, I don't know. I'm just stuck. I want to help people that I can't help. More than just one. It's not just... Is it noon yet? 11:52. So, fucking talk. Okay. I don't know. What do I talk about? What do I talk about? Yeah, I'm trying to read this book aloud, and I want to make it into an audiobook recording, and so if anybody's interested in that, let me know. Okay. Change your mindset. Change your frame of mind. Go outside? I don't know. I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna just take my phone, put my pens in my pocket, and then go outside and just walk around for a few minutes and see if I can just put myself out of this fucking mood, and then I'm gonna take my medicine and see how I feel in a little while. That's all I have to say.